Hello and welcome back. It's so good to be back with you after being sick for several weeks. Thank you so much for your well wishes and get well wishes. I appreciate all of them. We are going to pick up where we left back, which means we are going to have just this one yoga with Melissa this month because Tim and I have had a camping trip planned to Tofino since January, so we will be gone next week in Tofino. And then we will be back in July. So as always, there's lots of previous classes for you to enjoy as you have been. It's been great to see you enjoying them, and also lots to access in our membership community right now on the Divine Abodes. We've been focusing on them through June, July, and August, loving kindness, compassion, and we're focusing on joy in July. We have a yoga calendar on joy, also a bonus yoga calendar this summer on cooling practices that just keeps you cool in the heat. And then we just recorded a 75-minute class on compassion as well, a yin yoga class on compassion. So if you want to go in more depth with us in the community, we have a brand new page that you can check out that's a link for that tells you all about our community and lots of people in it that will tell you about it as well. So definitely check that out. But for today's class, you're going to need 2 blocks. We're going to start in supported fish pose. So you're going to rest back over the blocks for 5 minutes. So let yourself settle into this pose, find a comfortable position. Let yourself soften and be still. And we're going to be staying for a while, as I said, for 5 minutes. So we all innately embody compassion. In our lives, we've been taught to take refuge in our minds and not necessarily to embody our heart space and compassion. But what is most fundamental in our lives is love. Compassion is when we meet some internal, our own, or external suffering. And when we feel compassion, there'll be a sense of tenderness in our bodies. So just notice what it feels like to embody compassion and to dwell in compassion here as you rest in supported fish pose. Okay, you're going to slowly release this pose from your body and just rest back on the ground to feel the flow of chi. And we're going to come over onto all fours and we're going to do some heart melting pose. So coming onto all fours, and we're going to be in this pose for 3 minutes each side. Okay, so our next pose is going to be heart melting pose. And when we come into the pose, we want to choose an appropriate edge. So that can start with making sure that our knees are taken care of by maybe putting a blanket underneath them or double up or rolling up our blankets so our mat so we have extra padding. You're going to be in this pose for 3 minutes. We're going to do half heart melting pose here. So we start by choosing an appropriate edge. So we're compassionate with ourselves and we choose something that we can soften into. We soften our own hearts. We soften our own expectations. Soften through the joints, soften our face. Okay, you're going to release the side from your body. We're just going to rest back on your back to let the chi flow through your body. Receive and integrate. Then we'll come over and do the other side. And we'll be in the other side for another 3 minutes. So you want to be still in a yin pose and stay for a while. One of the obstacles to feeling compassion for ourselves or for another is a busy mind. If our mind is full of thinking or worry, then there is not space for compassion to arise. And when we're still in our bodies, our mind can become still. So yin is a beautiful practice to invite stillness in our minds so compassion can naturally arise. Okay, you're going to go ahead and release this from your body now, and we'll rest back and let the chi flow. So notice how the energy has shifted since the beginning of the class, particularly around your heart center. Then you're going to roll to your side and come up onto all fours again. And you're going to start on all fours. You're going to walk your knees over to the right. Lower your hips down to the left. Open your left arm out to the side and lower the left side of your arm out to the side. Okay, you're going to be here for 5 minutes. And you can adjust the position of your left arm. So if you lift it up higher, you'll get more tension or resistance or more edge and opening through your chest. So find that appropriate edge so that it works for you to be in this pose for 5 minutes. So in Yin Yoga, we're not trying to get somewhere or get over anything. We're interested in allowing the felt sensation of the gentle pressure of the chi in our bodies to be our compassionate guide through our class. Okay, so you're going to slowly release this side from your body and lie down on your back and let the chi flow. And then we'll come back up and we'll do the other side. So you go on all fours again. This time you'll walk your knees over to the left side, lower your right hip down. Take your right arm out to the side. And then lower your right side of your head down. And you'll be here for 5 minutes. So find an appropriate edge where you can soften and stay for a while and be still. Remember, you can adjust your arm up or down. And in this moment and in each moment, we can come into relationship with our heart and body in a compassionate way. We can be present to what is happening in the moment, accept our body, our emotions, our thoughts, our energy, our spirit, and offer ourselves the yin of nourishment, chi, and deep internal connection. Okay, you're going to go ahead and release this from your body and rest back and let the chi flow. Feel the rebound. And then for your Savasana, you're going to take fish pose again. You can, if that works for you. Remember, you can adjust the position of your blocks. So you're going to be in supported fish pose for 5 minutes. And I will be reading a poem for you here as well. So as I said, you're going to be in the supported fish pose for about 5 minutes. And to bring you out gently before YouTube disturbs you with an ad at the end, I will be chiming a bell. And just remember, you can always enjoy more yoga like this ad-free by joining our membership. So in this video, in this Shavasana, I want to read you a poem called "This is How I Find Compassion" by Celeste Labadie. This is how I find compassion. I stand between the tree and the sun. I remain until I can find the luminescence in the aspen bark. I continue because I seek the core of truth in every being. This is how I find grace. I surrender to water. I surrender to rock. I observe sensations on the surface of my skin. This is how I practice gratitude. I peel a tangerine. I give away all its quarter moon sections, allowing the fruit of service to introduce me to strangers. With open palms, I walk into the fire of life. The soul needs no shelter from the sun. I remember that everything is part of me. In my world, I seek the divinity of all things. Finding an eagle feather on the corner of mystery, I pick it up, holding it between my body and the sun. May your hearts be filled with compassion.